Hello everyone, it's Luke and Babe.
Not wearing pants.
Not wearing pants, and the glasses just fell down. That was cool. And Lachlan, he's chilling, playing with eggs on the floor. We are on a little weekend getaway in Arizona with the in-laws, and we're having a good time. But it means that I was not able to do a sorted reaction or live stream to the Ubisoft Forward event that happened today, so I'm doing it now, filmed on my cell phone. Okay, I'm gonna go in here where it's a little quieter and less echoey, so I can offer my extended thoughts. This is so janky compared to how I normally film videos. It's really weird for me, so forgive the clunkiness. So the Ubisoft Forward event happened over the course of the last 2 hours or so. It just ended just now when I'm filming this. So all of these opinions are very fresh. They showed off a bunch of stuff. I mean, everything from Mario Rabbids to more Skull and Bones footage. We saw, of course, an extended look at Assassin's Creed, which was cool. But overall, my opinion is just that the event was, for a large point, extremely predictable. And I think it's because most of it leaked from Jason Schreier and a few other games journalists in the days before the event. It happens every year. Every time Ubisoft announces anything with regards to Assassin's Creed, it leaks. So I don't want to hold them accountable for the leaks or for Jason Schreier and be like, hey, the event was lame because I knew everything that was coming because Jason Schreier found it out and tweeted it. I just don't think it's fair to hold them accountable there. But what I do think it is fair to criticize Ubisoft for is that they didn't show hardly any gameplay for any new announcements. They showed more gameplay for Mario Rabbids, which is cool, but we've already seen that. They showed more gameplay for Skull and Bones. That's cool, but we've already seen that, and it just kind of is reaffirming most people's opinion of that game. But Assassin's Creed Mirage, we got a cinematic trailer, which looked great, but we didn't see the game. And this is a game that's supposedly launching, according to the rumors that were also accurate for the name and everything else about the game. This is supposedly launching in April or May of next year. And so the fact that we don't have gameplay is weird to me. And maybe they'll drop it right as I upload this video and you guys are like, hey, moron, they just posted it. And maybe that's the case. But all I know is that during the event that we watched, there wasn't any gameplay shown off. And it was just a cinematic trailer. A great cinematic trailer. I've always said Ubisoft does great cinematic trailers, but still a cinematic trailer with no gameplay. And even other stuff like the Assassin's Creed game set in China, that's a mobile game, no gameplay. It's in-engine footage, whatever the hell that means. They didn't show anything of substance there. Is it a top-down, point-and-click game? Is it an actual, third-person game where you have the little joystick controls on the touchscreen? I don't know, because they didn't show it. And the same is true for, Project Codename Red, or whatever it was called, and Hexe. I thought it was Hex, but apparently it's Hexe. And the other Assassin's Creed Infinity projects. Nothing was really shown other than some quick cinematics, which I'm sure have Easter eggs and cool stuff in there, but there's still nothing really to be garnered from that information. It's just more speculation, and we're going to be relying on more leaks to tell what the hell is going on. I mean, it's similar to when Bethesda announced Starfield and The Elder Scrolls 6. We all knew they were working on The Elder Scrolls 6. We all knew that they were working on Starfield. And so a 6-minute reveal cinematic, it's cool. I was hoping for more. I'm glad you announced it. That's cool. I was just personally hoping for more. And in the case of these Assassin's Creed reveals, they did reveal a lot, and I want to give them credit for that. But I can't help but feel a little underwhelmed because there weren't any surprises for anybody that's been following Assassin's Creed at all for the last few months. It was all very predictable. It was all stuff that we already knew. And even the stuff that they could have shown off that would have surprised people, they just didn't. If they had come out and they had shown gameplay of Mirage, this would be a very different video. I would probably be hyping it up. I'd probably be like, oh, this looks so cool. It's a return to basics. We got all this cool stuff, stealth-focused gameplay, all of that. Instead, I'm left looking at a cool cinematic and promises of a return to stealth-focused gameplay. I'm looking at projects that they've announced and described, oh, we have a Japanese set Assassin's Creed game. Cool. I'd love to see it, but right now all I have is a really flashy advertisement and announcement, and that's it. And as we've seen for the last 5 to 10 years with Ubisoft especially, but every other major AAA studio and publisher out there, it's easy to make a flashy cinematic. It's not easy to make a really great video game. They're two very different things. And while I think the setting of Japan and the setting of China and the setting of whatever the hell Hexe actually ends up being, it looks like a horror game, but also not. There's rumors, of course, coming from Jason Schreier that it's set in the witch trials and things, which could be super, super cool. But again, it's just not clear because we didn't actually get to see anything. It was just a 5 to 10 second cinematic that pans down and shows a logo, and then that's it. And I just wish that we had gotten a little more. But I know saying that makes me sound like I'm very greedy and that I just wanted them to like, yeah, just show all these games that aren't coming out for like 2-3 years. I get that, but I'm just expressing how I feel, and how I feel is a little underwhelmed. Partially, it's my own damn fault for seeing the leaks and for knowing what they were going to announce, but I still think if they had come out and shown gameplay, I would have a much harder time feeling underwhelmed. I would at least have something to talk about. Like I sat down with my editor, Jacob. Everybody has been saying hi, Jacob, in the comments on these videos, just to let him know that we love you, Jacob. Thanks for the work you do. So say hi to Jacob below. I'm sure he'd appreciate that. But I coordinated with Jacob, my editor, and we like set aside time where he was like basically on call to cut together this video where I would film my reaction on my phone and he would splice in the gameplay reveal that they did and we could talk about it in detail. There's nothing to do. Like, he'll cut together this video, but like there's not really much to show off other than like a couple of cinematic trailers, and that's it. Like, maybe I just had unrealistic expectations, but I feel like my expectations were fairly low, and I'm still a little disappointed, which is just the story of my life when it comes to Assassin's Creed the last few years. So I hope we see some gameplay. I hope we see some actual footage of these games functioning in the wild relatively soon, especially because they announced that they are currently accepting pre-orders, including for a collector's edition for Assassin's Creed Mirage. And we still haven't seen any gameplay at all, which is just, it's unbelievable to me. It's just baffling. Like, people roasted Tesla for the Cybertruck, a Freudian slip, for the Cybertruck pre-orders. We put down $100. I put down a pre-order for that 2 years ago. Still no idea if I'll ever get a Cybertruck. I have no clue. And people roasted them for that. At least they have a car that they can show, like, operates and drives. With Ubisoft and Assassin's Creed Mirage, they, like, have basically shown a cinematic computer-generated concept trailer. And that's it. And they're asking people to drop hundreds of dollars to pre-order a collector's edition. That's insane to me. Like, how people are not freaking out. Maybe they are on Twitter right now. People are blowing up over this. But that's insane. I hope they reveal gameplay soon. If they do, I'll make a follow-up to this video and react to that and look at that and offer my thoughts. But as of right now, there just isn't a lot to say. And I know I've been rambling at this point, probably once it's cut together, for almost 10 minutes. It's just how I feel. I am genuinely speechless. But it's not because what they showed off was so great. It's because there literally is just not much to talk about. Like, there's just not. But I want to know what you think of all of this in the comment section below, especially because they really, like, they revealed some stuff that's kind of not up my alley, but might be up other people's alleys, like the live-action Netflix series and the mobile game that they're developing for Netflix, and then the Chinese set mobile game, which clearly is meant to appeal to Tencent, the company that just bought a 50% stake in the Guimau family's holding company. There's a lot of stuff they revealed that doesn't appeal to me, but might appeal to you. So I want to hear all of your thoughts on everything they showed off in the comment section below. I will be reading through those. But that's kind of all I've got. So thank you for chilling with me. I'm going to get back out to the pool and keep relaxing. We're going to medieval times tonight. I'm very excited. If you've ever been to medieval times, you know how awesome it is. And if you haven't, quick sidebar, it's like, I mean, you could Google it, I guess, but it is a medieval themed restaurant and like dinner and theater performance. It's awesome. I went when I was like 11 and it was the coolest thing ever. And they happen to have one here in Scottsdale, Arizona. So we're going to go tonight and rock and roll. It's going to be super awesome. So if you happen to be at Medieval Times in Scottsdale, Arizona tonight, September 10th, 2022, whatever time the performance is, come say hi. I'll be somewhere. So I look forward to seeing you. But with that, I'm going to leave it there and get back to my family. I love all of you very, very much. Almost as much as family, I have to say, not quite as much for legal reasons, but I love you guys very, very much, and I'll see you in the next video. Hugs and kisses. Bye-bye.